Hello friends, welcome to the video of curriculum design focusing Hilda Taba's model. This video provides you a clear understanding of the topic Hilda Taba's model of curriculum design. This topic is related to the course of curriculum development. I am Dr. Evangeline Whitehead, created and presenting this video. Are you ready? Here we go. Hilda Taba, 1902 to 1967. The Taba's model was developed by Hilda Taba, an architect, a curriculum theorist, a curriculum reformer, and a teacher educator. Taba was a student of John Dewey. She wrote a book entitled Curriculum Development, Theory and Practice. The basic idea of Taba's model is that teachers are expected to begin each curriculum by creating specific teaching learning units and building to a general design. Taba believed that teachers are aware of the students' needs, hence they should be the one to develop the curriculum. Principles of Taba's model. Hilda Taba followed the grassroots approach in developing curriculum. There has to be a definite order in creating a curriculum. Her model of curriculum design is sequential, logical, and scientific. The students are at the forefront to the curriculum. Taba's model is inductive approach. It is a teacher's approach. It is the bottom-up approach. Taba's principles on curriculum development. The principle of considering social processes as non-linear is the most important one. According to Taba, socialization of human being cannot be modeled through linear planning. Learning and development of a person is not a one-way process of establishing educational aims and deriving specific objectives from an ideal of education declared by an educational authority. The second principle is the bottom-up approach, and it is the most convenient way to help individuals and human social organizations to accept and to adapt to new situations and ideas. The desirable and expected changes in the individual or social consciousness will take place only if individuals or groups under pressure to introduce these changes, conserve and acquire the ability to learn. So, the changes and learning take place more easily and meet less opposition if they are not imposed by the central institutions. The changes ought to be initiated in the periphery and gradually spread all over the structure. Teachers in this model. Curriculum must be designed by the users of the program. Teachers begin by creating specific teaching learning units for learners. Teachers who teach the curriculum should practice in developing it, which led to the model being called the grassroots approach. It should be the teachers who should design the curriculum rather than the higher authorities developed and or authored by the users, teachers. Under the Taba's model, teachers are expected to begin each curriculum by creating specific teaching learning units and building to a general design. Taba advocated that teachers take an inductive approach to curriculum development, which meant starting with the specifics and building towards a general design, rather than the traditional deductive approach which starts with the general design and work towards the specifics. It is a multi-purpose teaching model that utilizes the use of multiple processes like listening, grouping, labeling, regrouping, and synthesizing. For her, Taba was of the opinion that Taylor's model was more of an administrative model. 7 steps in Taba's model. Step 1. Diagnosis of learners' needs. Step 2. Formulation of objectives. Step 3. Selection of contents. Step 4. Organization of contents. Step 5. Selection of learning experiences. Step 6. Organization of learning experiences. Step 7. Determination of what to evaluate and how. Now, step 1. Diagnosis of learners' needs. The teacher, who is the curriculum designer, starts the process by identifying the needs of the students for whom the curriculum is constructed. The teacher diagnoses the problems of using the curriculum and monitors students' progress and achievement. Formulation of objectives. After identifying the needs which require attention, the teacher specifies relevant objectives to be accomplished. The subjectives should be useful and clear. Objectives should be realistic and it should desire the expected learning behavior of the learner. Selection of contents. The objective specified suggests the subject matter or content of the curriculum. Content should be rational, valid, significant, and consistent with social realities. It must be appropriate to the interest and needs of the learner. Number 4, organization of contents. The teacher organizes the contents in some sequence, taking learners' understanding, academic interest, and maturity into consideration. Teacher makes proper distinctions between the various levels of content. Number 5, selection of learning experience. Learning experience is defined as deliberately planned and experienced situations where students actively participate and interact with which result in the changes of behavior of the learners. Teacher selects instructional methods that involve students with the content. The teacher experiences make students actively participate with discussions and clearing of doubts. The learning experiences give opportunities for students to learn from one another. The specific learning experiences of contents provide opportunities for students to apply in real life situations. Step 6. Organization of learning experiences. Organization of learning experience involves identification and grouping of activities to be performed and placing of learning experience in related sequence. Grouping of learning experience comes from simple to complex methods. Step 7. Determination of what to evaluate and how. In a teaching and learning community, the most effective evaluation is that which encourages and rewards effective teaching practices on the basis of student learning outcomes. This is a reference by Doherty and Shapiro and Levine 1919. The teacher decides the best types of evaluation to get desirable outcomes. Teacher employs such assessments where students engage in self-assessment and continuous improvement of performance throughout their lives. Thank you for watching my video of Hilda Taba's model of curriculum design. I hope this video will be very useful for your curriculum development courses. Thank you, one and all.